I was so happy. Ballertude. I'm actually facing some golds on Korea. Dude, if I could ever get to platinum on Korea, I'd be pretty happy, man. What? Oh my god. I just pressed all the buttons like I was playing. That was weird. Welcome everybody. My name is B5 G3. Let's go ahead and jump into game 3 of this best of 5. This is bronze through gold on the EU edition tournament brought to you by teambcn.net. At the top right, well, this is going to be our third game. Both players are tied up at best of 5, which means the first player to 3 wins gets all of the Chuck E. Cheese coins. At the bottom right, we are going to see none other than MCYngarath. Let's just completely disregard these 3 letters up here. And at the top left, we're going to see none other than VanpleX, Purple, Nurple, Banana Fana, Faux, Furple. If you don't mind me saying Furple out loud. Alrighty, well these homie G's, once again, I really want to keep an eye on Wrath's gas timing here. Is he going to switch it up, or is he really here to just practice a specific build and practice the different variants of it? Because that's probably the best way to practice. Let's go ahead and see how he wants to play this game. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I bet so. It probably is, man. I bet so. Maybe. I doubt it. I doubt it's that high. I don't know. I don't really know though. But you already know though. Yeah, I don't really know though. Okay. Alrighty. So keep an eye. Whoa. We passed the halfway mark, which means, in my opinion, I think we're gonna see a fast expand coming here from Mr. Wrath. Look at this, no gas yet. What? Actually, I take that back completely, because we do see the second racks going down, and VanpleX is going to be able to scout this. Now, Wrath does have the option of feinting this second racks. What he could do is pretend like he's 2 racksing, right? But not actually produce very much out of this racks and put down his expansion, and just use this as getting a few extra Marines in the early game to go ahead and put in his bunker as he fast expands. He could do this. I'm not sure if he's going to though. But everything else, we'll see. We'll see, because we aren't seeing any gases. If it is just a Marine push, the second that Stalker's out, that Stalker can deal with a lot of Mariners if you can micro like a king. If you OGS binds, you should do it, because he's a boss. Alright, so we are looking like we're walling off the ramp. First gas is going down here, as well as this third racks, and officially I don't think we are going to see an expansion going down. We are seeing 3 racks going down. However, the second gas was delayed quite a bit, which means any timing push with concussive or stim is going to be delayed even further, and especially stim being an upgrade that takes so long is going to take even longer. We do see the second gas going down for VanpleX in the house. This is a best of 5, and yes, 1-1 at the moment. Alright, Gateway Robotics Facility is coming up. We got Zealot and Stalker. We're going to see our Sentry next. Nope, Stalker next, as we see 3 Mariners. Now, 3 Mariners versus a Stalker and a Zealot. I think absolutely VanpleX can beat that. No doubt in my mind. We're going to see if that's true or not. I think right now he just wants to grab these towers. Let's see how fast this pushes VanpleX getting his expansion. Looks like we may just see 1 base versus 1 base from both of these players. Notice the timing on these 2 racks, these 2 gateways, right about when this warp gate tech is halfway done. He plops these gateways down, and you're going to notice that they both finish at just about the same time. So if we see our observer getting chrono boosted, or maybe he wants to get that immortal out. Well, he does want the observer because he doesn't know exactly what his opponent is doing. He wants to know if we're seeing 1 base aggression coming at him, or if we're seeing an expansion, because nothing hurts more when you just prepare yourself for a 2 racks, a 3 racks, and then you've got all your units at the ramp and you're just waiting, and then you finally get your observer to his base and you realize he expanded the whole time. It is not uncommon. Jedi mind tricks. Very, very excellent for Wrath to have both of these watchtowers. I've actually really noticed this, that Wrath has been very, very consistent with getting these 2 towers and also taking back these 2 towers. Like, watch, these stalkers are going to run away. I don't guarantee it, but I'm pretty sure Wrath is going to grab this tower again. Maybe not. Okay. But I have noticed in his games, he's been so consistent with grabbing these towers. It's just, it's beautiful. It's great. It's great habits. Lots of kudos to him for it. Alright, this observer sees exactly the unit composition moving out. He actually sees it running back home. As I bet Wrath actually saw that observer. It's always pretty easy to see observers on the map, even though they're cloaked. It's pretty darn easy to see them, no matter, even if your graphic settings aren't set to ultra low. It's really, like, when an observer's over any unit, it's pretty clear to see, even when you see them just jellyfishing around. They're not doing a good, they're not hiding anything. They just can't be attacked, I think. You gotta keep these jellyfishes in special little nooks right here where units don't go. And then you can catch, you can see some vision, catch someone by surprise. And look at this! Exactly what I was talking about. Wrath grabbed this tower once again. That's exactly what I wanted to see from him, and he's doing it, man. So many props. And look, we are going to see a little sneaky coming out from Wrath. This observer isn't going to be able to spot these units quite in time. And look, here we have VanpleX just defending his ramp. We are seeing 1 base versus 1 base from both players. Both players just don't want to expand. However, we do see, obviously, Wrath wants to expand as the command center is just about done in his main. The rocks are going to go down. The expansion also on its way for VanpleX. However, I don't think he has any clue that these rocks are getting pummeled down here. This one stalker is going to be more than strong enough to chase away and grab one of these towers. Opting for the tower closest to his opponent. Great choice, always. And still this observer seeing no expansion. And here we go. The rocks are breached, and he is going to be able to deny this natural. One stalker. Going to get a little pew-pewed away from here. But right now, Wrath is going to have it. Oh, and he is wandering up the base. Wandering up the ramp. A bit scary. Right now, Wrath is going to have a pretty big lead with his command center. Pretty big lead. Remember, the command center is officially down. Saturation is plentiful. It's just about perfect, actually, for 1 base. Now he's going to have to start making SCVs for his 2nd base. And VanpleX has done this before in the past, where he keeps 1 little probe, and he's going to have eyes on exactly when his opponent gets his base up. +1 is on the way. More immortals getting churned out. And I think these immortals are going to be so powerful. Especially considering we don't have Medivacs out quite yet. We also aren't going to have... well, I think actually Stim has been done. Yep, Stim is done. Concussive is finished. Nexus is going to try and play catch-up. Baby, right now. Looking a little tense for both players. Both players now deciding that they want their expansions down, and look at this saturation. Quite beautiful, actually. I love it. I love that. That's actually a great split right there. This observer doing so much work. Seeing exactly the composition that VanpleX needs to deal with here. Only 2 sentries, however, they're full energy, so I think he's right in not making any more sentries. And here we go. We're going to have to see some money force fields here. No starport to speak of. No medevacs for quite a while. I think right now VanpleX is in a great position. And are we going to see the 2nd force field actually not going down? But will it matter? We are seeing these immortals getting target fired here. Uh-oh. This is looking a little close here. Marines and Marauders pummeling each other. And it does look like Wrath is going to lose the battle. However, he did do a lot of damage here. And his saturation is a bit better than his opponent's right now on his natural. I kind of feel like I feel like that's not going to put him behind, but he does need this starport and this factor, and he does need the starport as the factory just now goes down. These medevacs are going to take so long to get out onto the field. And that was quite a trade. Right now we are seeing the supply differentiation at 53 to 61. Probe count looking a little low for VanpleX, as right now he's using his chrono boost for his next size, trying to get up that 2-base saturation, and that might give Wrath just enough time to get out his beloved starport. Get those beloved medevacs. He needs these medevacs so badly. Let's see if there's any tech choice going down. We are seeing four more gates going down. Still not teching. Still not teching in any particular direction. Looks like with these 4 more gates, 7 gates, it looks like he might do some kind of immortal bust here. 3 cannons here. Wants to be a bit safe. He's expecting medevacs a bit sooner than they'll be able to arrive here. That saturation is looking really nice, actually. A very interesting. We saw this again from Wrath before. We saw this before from Wrath, where he didn't put all his units on. He didn't saturate the gases yet, as we do see him saturating it there. 3rd command center going there. I think that has gone unscouted. VanpleX has no idea of that 3rd expansion. Not yet. And let's see if we are seeing any tech of choice. We are going to see the Twilight, which will open up the Stormtroopers. Yeah, I said Stormtroopers. The High Templars also possibly getting that +2 attack, which is also important. Keeping up those upgrades. Let's see the Terran upgrades 1-1 right now. First 2 medevacs are up, and we are seeing a Thor in production here, as the armory is allowing for more upgrades as well. Actually, really clutch play from both players here. And right now, I think Wrath is in a great position to just kind of plummet forward his opponent right now. We do see the High Templar tech. The Templar Archives going down immediately as the Twilight Center is finished. Great timing there. But will it be in time? This little observer just wants to be everywhere. Just wants to be their buddy, isn't he? I honestly like this. Don't follow move your observer. Well, I guess why not? Why not? Looks like it's working fine right now. All right, we are gonna see now. Good old VanpleX, he called this drop. We're gonna see if these cannons are gonna be able to hold it down. It looks like he saw the drop with his the observer, moving some additional stalkers here. Warp in of zealots, as he has the charge as well as the storm on the way. And once the storm is finished, it's gonna be really hard. Once the storm is finished, I think they're gonna be on equal grounds here. As good old Kareth, as good old Wrath, he's going to have his medevacs out. He's also going to start having that bigger and bigger bio ball. And he also has his 3rd. Which is really going to bite. Which is really going to be awesome. Later and later this game goes, as we aren't seeing any signs of VanpleX going for his own 3rd. Well, there's a sign right there. No, I don't think I've seen him snipe any observers. We also haven't seen him play any. This is the first time he's played Protoss, or we've seen him play Protoss. But in the previous 2 games, we haven't seen him snipe any observers, actually. Alright, the Stormtroopers are down. Gonna have about 3 storms in the bank. Gotta use them very wisely, though. And we are seeing a bit of a standstill here as the 3rd expansion does go down now for VanpleX. We are looking at about 19 minutes and 30 seconds into the game as this big army starts moving down. We are 177 supply to 138 supply, jumping up to 181. Jeez, these Thors are heavy. That's a lot of supply, man. But the storms are going to be here in time, but will they be enough? I just feel like VanpleX is going to have a hard time here. He just doesn't have enough stuff. But these storms are going to be so brutal on the Mariners, and the Immortals, if they're left alone with these Thors, are going to be able to snipe them down pretty hard. This could go in his favor, but it's going to be a positioning battle here. We need these money storms, and we need these Immortals to survive the engagement. Actually, this army looks really strong here. Whoa, a bit of hard positioning for Wrath here, taking maximum storm. He can't really move out of the storm either. Can't afford the feedbacks, but it doesn't matter. These Immortals are still alive, and that army from Wrath